Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum, and welcome to the technology show on Salam Media. My name is Faizel Patel, and this is TechByte. Inshallah, I will be in your company until about 7:30 p.m. this evening. So please do stay tuned in for a number of things we're going to be speaking about this evening. Remember, you can interact with me by sending me a tweet on at Faizel Patel 143. You can also get me on facebook.com/Faizel Patel, and I'm also on Instagram as well at Faizel Patel 143. Let's not forget YouTube, which is Faizel Patel 143 as well. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome all those listening to us on the Salam Media platforms. That's various platforms on YouTube, on Instagram, and also on this particular platform as well. So as I mentioned, there's a number of things we're going to be speaking about. Over the last week or so, last week sometime, I was reviewing the Aval H6 HEV, which is the hybrid. Now, this is an amazing vehicle. Just this past week, we've seen that the price of petrol went up by about 28 cents. There is a possibility of more increases over the months, and coupled with the load shedding and increases in price of food and other stuff, it's going to be very difficult for a lot of people that are using their cars to travel to work in different places because petrol is just too much. So people will opt for smaller cars, or they're going for hybrids or even electric cars. Now, hybrids are a great investment, and the H6, that's the Haval H6 that I was driving for about a week, is really, really economical. You would have seen some of the tweets. And if you went to my YouTube channel, I got it there. The full YouTube video is in there. We can be playing it for you shortly. And it's titled around how the Haval H6 HEV can save you money and can save you petrol. Now, when I'm saying that, I mean, it is just absolutely amazing. Now, the reason I'm speaking about this is because we are living in very difficult economic times, right? And people are buying cars, but they are buying cars that are probably guzzlers, gas guzzlers or petrol guzzlers, like the big 3 liters. But the world and South Africa is moving a lot towards HEVs. And we've seen the Toyota Cross as well. We've seen the BMW, we've seen Audi and many others as well. And Haval has actually joined that lineup of HEVs, which are really making an impact. Haval is being very, very successful in the country, overtaking some of the bigger marques in the country, and it was the top among the top 4 or 5 sellers of vehicles in the country, especially the Jolion. So this week I am reviewing the Haval Jolion HEV. That video will be up soon. But let's speak a little bit about Haval before we introduce the video to you. So as I mentioned, the Haval H6 HEV is an amazing SUV, and it's packed with innovation and technology at a level that is very, very overwhelming. So when I'm saying technology, and I want to use an example that I just shared on Twitter, well, about half an hour ago, right? And basically what I'm saying there is that if you take the Haval Jolion, that's the standard one, right? And it's called the Super Lux, okay? And if you take that vehicle, it boasts so much innovation and technology, right, that it's uncomparable to any other vehicle in the market. And if you go to the BMW website, and if you go to the different where you can select all the features, right, and if you select everything that the Haval got, and some things the Haval has, the BMW doesn't have, like lane assistance control, the BMW actually comes out at 775,000 Rand, which is almost double the price of the Haval. So really, really value for money. And wherever I drove it, a lot of people stopped me, including a JMPD officer who wanted to know about the vehicle. So without further ado, I'm going to ask my engineer to play that video for you. It is the YouTube video that I did, and it's a review of the Haval H6 HEV. It's called How the Haval Can Save You Money and Petrol. Check this out. Hello everyone, this is Faizel with another video. Hope you are all well and staying safe. I am fortunate enough to be driving the Haval H6 HEV. Now this particular Haval is the SA 2023 Car of the Year finalist in the New Energy category. So a huge thank you to Haval South Africa for allowing me to drive it for a week. I would have wished for it to be longer, but I have to give it back. But I really enjoyed and loved driving this awesome vehicle. It is filled and boasts a lot of innovation and technology, and we're going to be speaking a little bit about that in this video. The exterior of the car, the interior of the car, and a whole lot of other features, including how this car has the potential to save you a lot of money on petrol. So the Haval H6 is an amazing SUV. It's packed with innovation and technology at a level that is very overwhelming for a lot of people, and especially if you are a car enthusiast. While there is so much to talk about this SUV, and while everything about it is what dreams are made of, I'm going to share something about the Haval that is close to many people's hearts. This, by the way, is the Haval H6 HEV. It is a hybrid. Having and saving money in these financial challenging times in South Africa is the priority and the goal of many people. Let's face it, we all want more money, to save money and to use as little moolah as possible on petrol. The Haval H6 is meant to complement your lifestyle rather than complicate it. I've driven the Haval H6 for about a week, and I can tell you it's just absolutely phenomenal. The experience of enjoying the ride while driving it, like sitting behind the cockpit of a fighter jet, to being stuck in traffic. This SUV, the Haval H6 HEV, is a pleasure to drive. And trust me, you don't want to get out of the SUV. The Haval H6 rides on 19-inch black alloys. The car is massive and it feels solid. So basically, you know that you are being kept safe in this particular vehicle. The Haval also has a number of cameras. Let's go through them. Here's the one camera you see at the back, right? It also has parking sensors. Now, as we walk along the car, right, you'll see that underneath the mirror, there's also a camera here. Check this out, guys. So there's a camera here as well. That's two, right? And if you go to the front of the car, there's also cameras here. One here. There's a camera there as well. And I'm going to walk onto the other side of the car, and you'll see there's another camera underneath the right-hand side mirror. So there's it here. Now these cameras make it so easy to see everything around the car, especially when you're parking. It gives you a 360-degree view of the car. Okay guys, so I was showing you earlier that you can get a 360-degree view of the car. So look at the first screen here. You can see the top of the car and all the space around the car, right? So I'm in the driveway, and then the second one uses the reverse camera to see that I am reversing properly out. But I mean, this is amazing. Check this out. So let's go back, right? And you can see there. I mean, it's just amazing. So what you can't see on top of you or in front of you, the camera allows you to do that. So the Haval H6 HEV is powered by a 113 kilowatt, 233 Newton meter torque, 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine at the front of the car, as you can see here. But this being a hybrid or HEV, it also has a battery and electric motor. So as I mentioned, the Haval H6 is powered by a 113 kilowatt, 233 Newton meter torque, 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine. But alongside that is a 139 kilowatt, 300 Newton meter torque electric motor, which is in the boot of the vehicle. So let me show you that quickly, right? So if I lift up this, okay, you can see
that you have all the tools of the car, which is your triangles and a whole lot of other stuff. The one thing about this particular vehicle, it does not have a spare wheel, because the place where the spare wheel would have been is taken up by the electric motor and the battery. So let's lift that up and I'll show you. So I'm lifting this up. I'm going to show you this. If I lift this up, you can see there is the electric motor, all right, and this is the battery. So you can see how much space it does take. So obviously this particular vehicle does not have a spare wheel. Okay guys, so I'm sitting at the back of the car. Now this seat here, the driver's seat, is my driving position. I am fairly tall, so the seat is quite back, but you can see I do have a lot of leg room. So the back seat of the car is quite comfortable, as I mentioned, but we do also have this. So it's like a little armrest, and it's got 2 cup holders. So this is actually quite cool for your drinks, right? So you can slot that back in. And also at the back, for your kids especially, there are USB charging ports. So 2 USB charging ports there, and also 2 vents for the aircon. The Haval H6 HEV really boasts a lot of innovation. I mean, this car is futuristic, right? It has CarPlay and Android Auto, right? It has 8 exceptional speakers, a 10.25-inch color combination instrument that's here in front, and then also a 12.3-inch color multi-touch screen, okay? That's this one here, which you do almost everything with. And then it has a heads-up display, which I'm going to show you a little later, right? So if I look at the instrument panel here, it gives you more or less what's going on here, right? So that's the radio station that I'm listening to. That's my MP3, and this is the aircon. Now, you can see if I click on the car menu there, it's going to bring up a whole lot of details here. So you got light, driving, seats, parking, heads-up display, comfort, new energy, which I'm going to show you later on how this car can save you money and how it saves petrol, vehicle stats, okay? If I go back there, and you can see that there's a whole lot of features here. And these menus then extend even further. And then you have the menu here. You can hook up this with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So you can see the menus here: Bluetooth, multimedia, picture, vehicle settings and system settings, and then the home button here. So a lot of features here. So most of the things, or everything, is almost controlled with this particular touch display. And on the console, I think this is absolutely amazing as well. You do have a wireless charger here. So you can charge your phone wirelessly by taking your phone and just putting it like that, and it will charge. Then you have little cup holders, which can also serve as a storage space. Another one here. And if you look on the side here, guys, all right, there is charging ports that you can charge your phone here as well. So there's one on this side and one on the driver's side. And even here on top as well. So a lot of charging ports if you do want to charge your phone. And then we have the armrest here. Okay. So in here you have a little storage compartment as well, where you put a whole lot of other stuff. And if you require a lot of storage space, there is a lot of storage space, like this one here on top as well, which can probably fit your sunglasses or USB drive, or maybe your cards, your petrol card, whatever it is. And it's neatly tucked in there. And then amazing also, it does have a panoramic sunroof. So if I press the button here, check this out, guys. So it first opens the shade, all right? So that can go right till the back, onto the back seat. Check this out. Absolutely wonderful panoramic sunroof. And then we have another one where the sunroof can open. So that panoramic sunroof extends completely. So absolutely amazing. This is one of the many features of the Haval H6 HEV. And other features, obviously, you're looking at the sun visor here, all right? So it does have lights there, especially for your wife or your girlfriend who wants to put makeup and needs a light and a mirror. And on the driver's side, also similar, with the 2 lights. And if you look at here on top, also some lights here as well. And then looking at the cubby, as we South Africans call it, all right, a lot of space there as well. Okay guys, so as far as boot space is concerned, you have a lot of space here. However, that may be impeded. So do bring that forward, all right, and clip it in here on both sides, right? You can't put anything higher than this here, all right? But what you can do is when you remove it, you do have all the space available, and you can lower the back seats down as well, which will give you additional space. So one of the features that I love about the Haval H6 HEV is the heads-up display. As you can see it in the windscreen now, it's showing me the speed I'm driving at, it's showing me the speed limit, and also the lane that the Haval H6 is driving in. This is absolutely amazing because it stops you from looking at the instrument cluster panel where the speedometer is and let you focus your attention on the road, while at the same time speed that you are driving at, and ensuring that even if there are police, as you see now, that you do not take your eyes off the road. So the Haval H6 HEV is a phenomenal car. It's got a plethora of features. I would beg you to go to your nearest Haval dealership and test drive this H6 HEV, because you must yourself discover all the features of this particular car. Now, if you watch the movie Forrest Gump, in the movie Forrest Gump says life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get next. Now with the Haval, everything that you find in this car, everything that you discover is absolutely phenomenal. You will be overwhelmed. As I mentioned, there are so many features, but one of the features that is absolutely striking and very close to my heart and to everybody else's heart is you want to save money. You don't want to spend phenomenal amounts on petrol, and this car, guys, this Haval H6 HEV is going to save you a lot of money, and I will show you how this particular car seamlessly switches from the normal petrol motor to the electric motor, saving you a lot of money and saving you a lot of petrol. At the moment, I'm driving around 90 kilometers an hour. Now I want to show you the statistics that's available on the screen in the Haval H6. So if I go to the dashboard screen here, I'm going to click on the menu and it's going to show me energy statistics, right? But before we go to that, I want to show you the energy flow. That is from the electric motor, right, to the petrol motor, and then from the petrol motor to the electric motor, charging it, right? So we're going to click on energy flow statistic. As you can see now, right, motor is charging the battery. Okay, and now you can see how seamless it is. The battery is now powering the Haval H6 HEV. Check how the energy is flowing there. Isn't it amazing, right? And I'm doing about 102 kilometers an hour, and this is now parallel drive, so it balances the car between electric and petrol. So let's drive like that for a while as you gather your thoughts and understand how beautiful this is and how it really saves you money. It means at this time now, I am not using petrol because this car has intelligent features which balances the electric motor and the petrol motor brilliantly. I'm going to show you the statistics of me driving for 10 minutes of how much petrol I used and how much electric power I used. Okay, so I'm going to go into energy statistics. All right, and as you can see here, guys, this is basically the course of my driving over 10 minutes. The dark blue lines represent the fuel consumption, all right, and the light blue lines or turquoise lines represent the electric power that has been powering the car while I was driving over 10 minutes. You can see from this, and it's very, very clear that I've been using more electric power than I've been using fuel consumption. So this is amazing, especially when you are in traffic, because you'll use the electric motor all the time. Look at these graphs, guys. At 1 minute, I was only using electric power. Look at it. At 3 minutes. Okay, so it's amazing the savings you can actually get from driving this particular vehicle. Obviously you will use petrol, right? But this car balances it between petrol and electric beautifully. So now I'm going to click on the kilometers. Okay, so let's go there. It's in mileage. Okay, so in mileage, as you guys can see here as well, right, that here between there and there, right, I've been using only electric power with very little fuel. Check this out, guys. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know more about the Haval 86 HEV, I will put a link in the comment section below, so you can go to the website and check out everything and more you need to know about the Haval 86 HEV. I really enjoyed driving this particular vehicle. I think it is an absolutely awesome SUV, and given the fact that we want to have a lot of savings on money and petrol, I think this car is ideal. Now, I'm not going to share the price with you. You can go to the website in the link that I'm going to share below, and you can get all the details from there, and maybe contact your Haval dealership to speak to them about having a test drive and also getting more details about the vehicle. So until next time, please do take care of yourself and each other, and I hope to bring you more reviews soon. Take care. Peace.
All right, so that was the Haval H6 HEV. As I mentioned, I test drove that car last week. Amazing vehicle, can save you a lot of money on petrol. And for those that want to know, I see a tweet coming through that they want to know what consumption I was getting on petrol. Well, I was getting anywhere between 5.1 and 5.6 liters per 100 kilometer using both the electric motor and the petrol engine. So if you got any questions or comments, you can post it in the comment section on my Twitter handle, or alternatively go to the YouTube channel and you can post it there as well. Now, last week we spoke about a couple of launches that took place as well with regards to Huawei and Samsung. And last week, Wednesday, Samsung launched a new Samsung Galaxy S23 range. And I was at that particular launch. It was absolutely phenomenal. Samsung, as usual, wowed with the new devices. So I spoke to a person by the name of Justin Hume. So I'm going to ask my engineer to put that picture of the phones on the screen so you can have a look at what those phones look like. That's the Samsung Galaxy S23 series. So those are the new phones. They're absolutely nice. You get the S23, you get the S23 Plus, and you get the S23 Ultra. That's the one in the middle that comes with the S Pen. And this one boasts a 200 megapixel camera. Absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing, all right? So the person I spoke to was Justin Hume, and this is what he had to say with regards to these devices. Check this out.
So a quick snapshot of the Galaxy S23. The S23 Ultra stands out with a 200 megapixel camera. This is double what we announced last year. It's unbelievable, super fine resolution that it will be a photographer's delight. But you don't have to be a pro photographer. This year on the S23, we have taken AI capabilities to a whole new level. The AI imaging will stabilize your image and re-render it so that it is crisp, it is clear, and what's incredible is we can now actually separate foreground, middle ground, background. So imagine somebody's face, they've got glasses on, we can actually see the difference between the face and the glasses. You really almost have a three-dimensional effect to the photography. Battery life is right up there, and you get all day usage from the product because of the incredible processing power through our partnership with Qualcomm on their Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor designed exclusively for Galaxy. This processor also ensures that we have the fastest mobile gaming experience in the Galaxy range, perhaps on any smartphone out there in the market. Combine that with ray tracing for light, you get a three-dimensional type of gaming experience. Plus, with our brand new vapor cooling chamber. Your phone remains cool. It means it can be performance-based when you're utilizing it there. So the Galaxy.
I know a lot of you will be asking about pricing and availability. If you want to read more about this story, you can go to check the Citizens website at citizen.co.za or head on to my website at faizelpatel.com, also known as Wired to Tech. So starting on 24th of February 2023, the Galaxy S23 Ultra, S23 Plus, and S23 will be available countrywide at network carriers. That's Vodacom, MTN, Cell C, and Telkom, and online retailers in unlocked by Samsung versions on Samsung.com. Pre-orders for the Samsung Galaxy S23 series get an upgraded memory size of 512 gigabytes, HMV high memory variant, plus a Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. So you'll get a tablet free with this particular phone when you purchase the 256 gigabyte model. Now this offer is valid between 2nd of February to the 6th of March. Now coming on to the prices, there's also a 10,000 Rand trade-in offer, which allows customers to save a fair portion of the cost provided by the device. And then coming on to prices, we're looking at the Ultra, the S23 Ultra, top of the range at 31,999, the Galaxy S23 Plus at 23,999, and the S23 standalone 21,999. And they also launched a new premium line book of new PCs called the Galaxy Book 3 PCs. If you want the prices and if you missed any of the prices, you can go to my website at faizelpatel.com and you'll get the prices there as well. And then finally, coming on to our last story for this evening. Last week, I spoke to you about the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I did have a video prepared where I spoke to Akram Mohammed and I asked him to share everything about the Mate 50 Pro in 1 minute. And a phenomenal device. I'm currently reviewing that at the moment. I will have a YouTube video out soon. But if you love Huawei, I suggest you check out the Huawei devices, especially the vegan orange, which the one I have. Absolutely amazing device. This is what Akram had to say. Check this out.
So today we released the latest addition to our Mate series family, the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. The Mate series, the heritage of always innovating and bringing the latest technologies, and this one is no different. So we've launched an ultra aperture camera on this with physical variable aperture settings via hardware. So you can be able to change the aperture 10 times into 10 different sizes, and this allows for better bokeh shots and as well as better low light photography. Another incredible aspect of the Mate 50 Pro device is the launch of Kunlun glass. This allows for 10 times better drop resistance. This is a huge problem for most people, so dropping your phone is no longer an issue, and it's been the first device to get a 5-star certification by SGS in Switzerland. One of the features that I'm really excited about, but I hope you never have to use, is the emergency power mode, which if your battery gets down to just 1%, it'll be able to give you 3 hours of standby or 12 minutes of talk time, so you can always get in touch with somebody in that emergency. That is also really incredible. And of course, as you've come to know from Huawei devices, exceptional charging with 66 watt Huawei Supercharge and 50 watt wireless charging on the Mate 50 Pro. Great design as well. It looks absolutely stunning, so hope you guys would love it and have a look.
All right, so that was Akram. I just want to share one thing from that video. Remember, he said that if you left with 1% battery, that's 1%, not 10, not 100, 1%. 1% of battery will give you 3 hours standby time. It means if you got 1% left, 3 hours standby time and 12 minutes of talk time. That is absolutely amazing. So check out that story on the Citizens website at citizen.co.za. And if you've got any inquiries, I am reviewing the phone at the moment, and you don't have to worry about Google and a whole lot of other stuff. I did go to an app gallery lunch this week, and they told me I must inform the listeners that if they worry about Google, Gmail, YouTube, and many other stuff, there is an app called Gbox. So check it out. If you have a Huawei device, check out Gbox, and you'll get your whole suite of apps. That's Gmail, YouTube, and many of the other Google applications. So there's no need to be apprehensive with regards to getting a Huawei phone. Check out that app. It's called Gbox. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this week's show of TechByte. I hope you enjoy it. There'll be a lot more reviews coming, inshallah. I'm currently reviewing the Haval Jolion HEV. I'm currently reviewing the Huawei Mate 50 Pro and a whole lot of other interviews, inshallah, hopefully will be coming soon. I'll also have a function this week with Google, and they got some exciting things up their sleeves as well. I will share that with you in the next installment of TechByte on Salam Media. So if you want to catch up with me, you want to interact with me, I'm available on Twitter at Faizel Patel 143, on Instagram at Faizel Patel 143, on Facebook.com/Faizel Patel, and in the YouTube video where I featured the Haval H6 HEV. If you want to check out that video, it is on my YouTube channel at Faizel Patel 143. So from myself and my engineer for this evening, Brother Sadiq, from all of us here at Salam Media, please do have a beautiful week, and remember the Ummah in your du'as. Fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.